Live at 5. It's offer review, and this is a very blitz heavy event that is running right now. My understanding is if you do like 8 rotations a day, I mean, I haven't double checked the math, you can get a 4 yellow star World War II Iron Fist, which seems extreme, but I personally like the idea. If people want to go crazy, then they can, right? I mean, at least it's possible, right? I think what's more annoying as far as where I'm coming from is these events where people don't even have a chance, or there's no physical way without spending money of getting X amount of shards, and it's minimal. That's kind of annoying. Of course, the event did not go off without hitch. For at least the first 22 minutes of the event, there were no immortal shards in the blitz, and it's just really strange to me. Can the Scopely team actually breathe on their own, or they need help and send out compensation if the attempt fails? No shards in blitz. Website down. Can you guys do one single event right? Just one. I'm really patient and laughing about mishaps most of the time, but meanwhile, it just became annoying. Maybe hire a QA manager or something. Now, yeah, it's just a thing. It's terrible. I was getting pinged like crazy. Also, on the website, and I'm going to link you to 2 different places, you can automatically update your blitz save squads on marvelstrikeforce.com. And like, there's a video right here. I'm actually going to link you to the video. Huge quality of life improvement, save you so much time. I actually just used Pathfinder's save squad, and then there also is a one right here on Reddit, which is based off of Voyage's captain's infographic, and so it's that number right there. But if you want instructions on how to do that, just check the link in the description, the Pathfinder video. Actually, I really like Pathfinder's videos. Oftentimes there are videos for like things that happen on newer in the game, and he's played 2 accounts, and so he has a better understanding of what happens on the early game experience. That's actually kind of a nice thing. Isn't it time to remove some characters out of premium orbs? And I agree with this post, but I just wanted, and there's a reason why I agree with this post, but and they kind of changed my mind on it. But before reading this post, I kind of had the opinion of that premium orbs were a kind of like a catch-up mechanic. When you first started playing the game, the orbs are good, and you get a lot of shards, and then as you become a veteran player, they become less and less impactful, and I virtually get anything out of premium orbs. But I didn't account for these legacy orbs, and they're making a pretty strong case, in my opinion, to remove the characters that are in these legacy orbs, and that'll make the premium orbs quite a bit better for veteran players, which I think is a good idea. Isn't it time to remove some of the old characters out of premium orbs? The legacy 1, 2, 3 orbs are already getting more and more abundant, so I don't think newer players will object to this. Also, many of them are available in Blitz Store, which may be the easiest store for right now. Except for the 2% available characters, each character has less than a 0.5% chance. It just keeps getting lower and lower. Yeah, they keep adding characters. This making premium orbs more and more useless. Just last year, I had a 13 to 15% chance of not getting a dupe, and right now it's 9.12%. And that's kind of described the way that I thought they were supposed to work. Last year, they were better. The longer you're in the game, the worse and worse they get. It's kind of like a catch-up mechanic. Premium orbs are pretty valuable to a new player, and then as you become more and more veteran, they're not that great, which is not even 10%. Also, 9% includes some characters that this poster doesn't really like or want. If they ever remove these legacy characters, not like the drop price was skyrocketed, there are total 237 characters in the game, and the legacy orbs have 106 of them. So I think this is actually a pretty good idea. Removing these legacy, the characters that are in these legacy 1, 2, 3 orbs from the premium orbs. Because are they really premium? I mean, if they're not going to make them premium, then call them basic bitch orbs or something. We already have basic orbs, so they can call them basic bitch orbs, I guess. I don't know. But premium is the wrong word. I guess they're more premium than a basic orb, but are they really premium? Are the mega orbs really Mega orbs? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they need to just change the name. I don't know. Like, they don't feel very premium. I didn't count them wrong. There are 29 characters, not including the premium orbs. New characters, legendary horsemen, dark dimension reward characters, arbitrary king. So they do some math. And what they're saying is that now it'll go from less than 0.5% to about a 1% chance of pulling any individual character. All right. I think it's a reasonable suggestion. Like, sometimes, I kind of be in the camp is like, oh, they need to make money. It's not they need to make money. It's just a lot of it's orchestrated and intentionally done in that way. And people are suggesting solutions to problems that are not problems for them. They've actually designed it to be that way on purpose. But I think this is reasonable. Absolutely. I don't understand, but at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. And I thought this was a really good post. Typically, I go to Reddit for salt and not just this game, but any game, right? And I've been pleasantly surprised by our Reddit from time to time with actual helpful posts. And I think this needs to be celebrated. And, somebody here is actually offering to help out the community. I think this is fantastic. And a couple times a week, I actually see a happy post about the game. But Reddit's mostly for salt. All right. But anyways, I actually thought these are great questions. Deflect versus block. And the simple answer is that a deflect is 100% block chance on the next attack. And block depends on when your block amount is on what it'll do, but it reduces damage, but characters have modifiers so they can have higher block amounts. And then it also reduces the chance of taking a negative effect when a block occurs. So there's typically a block chance on a character and a block amount. And then deflect is basically 100% block on the next character. Now, in war, they have a minor deflect, which works like block, but it doesn't have the ability to lower the chances of the negative effects applying. So that's a little different. So right here, deflect is a buff. Block is an action. Deflect guarantees the character blocks on the next hit, unless the attack description states it can't be blocked. Same way that evade is a buff that guarantees the character dodges the next hit unless the attack can't be dodged or is unavoidable. There's good. What should I be hoarding and what for? And I think there's two camps on this. Like, I think there's a large number of players that have decided that hoarding is nonsense. It's a waste of time. And what if you accidentally forget to collect something? Now, for me, I do not open orbs on things that will not progress my roster. If there's an item in an orb that will help me move my roster forward, I'm not hoarding it. So if there's gold in there or something like that and I need gold, I'm going to open it, right? If there's a character shard in something, I'm going to open it if I don't have the character max out. So I typically don't hoard anything. I mean, there's no point in hoarding for the sake of hoarding, especially if it's slowing your account from moving forward. Now, that's just like orbs and things like that. But then there's also like mailboxes. And I think one of the biggest risks to this hoarding scam is that what if you don't open like your items? Like, what if they just lapse, right? Now for me, and a lot of people wait until it says like 23 hours or 18 hours or whatever. I don't do that. When it says 1 day, I open it because I don't want it to ever lapse. The hoarding for the sake of hoarding and saving inboxes for the sake of inboxes just to have it expire and I get nothing is not good. So I don't do that. I open things a little bit early. Now, if you're a little bit more organized than I am, let's say, then maybe you could let it sit longer. But I think this was a good answer right here. To add the previous replies, there have been a few occasions where an event was announced with only 24 hours notice. Hoarding would have helped, but since it was not in the blog, a lot of people were screwed. And such, hoard everything is the way to go now, provided you remember to claim things before they expire. They also, personally, the event reset, I collect everything showing less than 24 hours until expiration. Now, like right now, I don't know of anything that, all the events are running I mean, when there are things that need to be hoarded, I usually put that at the beginning of my videos. So if you watch the video every day, you're typically going to have information on what's going to happen throughout the week and things that you need to be mindful of saving. I try to give that information. Right now, there's really nothing to talk about. And then, I think this is a realist. I think this is a reasonable point of view. Also, even though I don't do what this person is suggesting, honestly, I don't know why people advocate for hoarding basically your entire inventory, which is that's not what I'm saying. The only thing I hoard are red star and blitz orbs for obvious reasons. Yeah, red stars. Red stars. You want to, especially like for me, I want to get 10x dark promotion credits. So I pretty much save my red stars until there's 10x dark promotions, and then I save my elite credits for when there's boosted drop rates. Blitz orbs for obvious reasons. Everything else gets opened. Last thing you want to do is miss out on rewards because you let it sit in the inbox too long, expired because you forgot about it. Yeah, I think that's a terrible thing. Hoarding that stuff like that, only waste resource that you use on a daily basis, makes you have to keep track of even more than when you normally does. It's not worth it. Now, I would argue that it is worth it to save things. Somebody else did a thing, and they basically, like if there's an event coming up that is earn raid credits, and you save your raid rewards for the week, you're getting at least a milestone extra than a person that doesn't do that. So I do think it is a min-max strategy. It's kind of annoying, but you can see right now I'm saving a lot of things in game, right? I'm saving my rewards, and I will collect things when I did. And for example, they screwed up Quicksilver on Friday, and because I had not collected my Crucible rewards, I was able to get X amount of Quicksilver shards, where if people collected their stuff right away, then they didn't, right? And a lot of people saying, where's my Quicksilver? When are they going to have compensation? I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure that's their lowest priority. I wasn't expecting anything from them until right now, which is Tuesday afternoon. But something that gets bugged on Friday, that's a low priority. They're not gonna work on the weekend. Maybe they started working on it this morning. I don't even know. It's not a top priority for them, unfortunately. Anyways, terrible offer. So I the other day I was talking about how they don't sell blue ISO 5s, and I really think this is super deceptive. Earn up to 5 million 2/2 level 5 ions and prepare your roster to take on Apocalypse. And that sounds great, right? Which is factually true, but please, before you open or purchase anything of these, research the orbs yourself. Click on them, and you'll see what an abysmal amount, a minuscule amount of T2 level 5 ions. I think yesterday in a video I showed Bendable Straws, who opened up 13 of them for $100. Where right here, this is 6 of them, and he got a little more than 300,000 of the T2 level 5 ions, and you need over 1.7 million to do a single character. It's Hughes today told me that they spent $30 and they got 0. That's right, 0 T2 level 5 ions. So if you're going to make a push for Apocalypse, the big boy Apocalypse that is, please understand it's going to be expensive, and just don't assume that you're going to be, I think it's a 1 in 2,000 chance. I have to go back and look at the odds, but it's very low chance that this has ever happened. Not great. Also, Zombie Iron Man. So on a side note, I believe Quicksilver is kind of like Zombie Iron Man a little bit. Dark promotion credits, they said that they're not going to be available. Anyways, Zombie, at least Quicksilver, we're going to get some in, potentially have the ability to earn them inside of Crucible rewards. But Zombie Iron Man was released, last Halloween. And, this is, 300 shards for $100. But I want to suggest to you that the main thing about Zombie Iron Man is just getting him unlocked. You really don't need to have, high yellow star, high red star, high gear, any of that. You really just need to get him up and running to get enough of his T4s unlocked so that you can use him. Now, Hela, on the other hand, it's a duo, right? Hela, you want to put as much resources as possible. But as far as Zombie Iron Man goes, you just need to get him unlocked. And he's amazing, not only in War, but in Cosmic Crucible. It's an amazing duo. I think they're very good. And the reason why Zombie Iron Man doesn't really need to have a massive investment of resources is because he revives all the time. And I'll just show you where mine is. I don't have mine upgraded that high at all. It's way down here. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, finish Mr. Negative. Let's see. I mean, it's way down here, right? Like, let's just go by Undying, and I'll show you the difference between my Hela and my Zombie Iron Man. And I just don't think that getting more. I've got 100,000 Zombie Iron Man, right? Yeah, I don't need to upgrade him. It's fine. I think it's important to get the T4s on him. I think you could do most of the T4s at 75, so you may not even need to take him to 80. Anyways, so what I'm trying to say is I don't really think this is necessary right here. I mean, if you want to, go for it, but I think you're best served at a minimum just unlocking Zion Iron Man. I think that's pretty good. You have to have Hela. You have to have Hela. All right. Lastly, there's some calendar campaign energy, 1,000 energy for $5. Typically, I think that's a good deal. There's also a event running right now in the web store, which you get extra credit for using campaign energy and green ISO energy. And then lastly, this is the worst deal ever. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.